The great British summertime. Boring cricket matches, curled up cucumber sandwiches, wind and usually no shortage of rain either. Oh, and a long-standing love affair with small, compact two-seater roadsters in which to explore those country roads. Mazda rekindled that love affair 10 years ago now with the arrival of the original MX-5. And this, the MX-5 Icon, is a special edition to celebrate that. At nearly £20,000, it's £2,000 more than a standard MX-5 with a 1.8 engine. So what are we getting for our extra spondoolix? A part that is from a decidedly dodgy colour. It's hardly inspiring for a party, is it? Purple. "10 years, eh? A decade and barely a wrinkle to show for it." This new shape MX-5 in fact arrived a couple of years ago, and it got rid of the previous one's pop-up headlights in favour of these fared-in items and added a few extra curves and bulges. The result? Well, it just looks a little bit more grown up. In its 10 years, the handling of the MX-5 certainly hasn't suffered. In fact, it's got steadily better to now be, well, quite a nippy little thing. It feels quite refined, but subtle and sporty. The ride on this Icon Special Edition has been tweaked through the suspension, so it does feel quite firm and solid. You know you're in a little sports car. The more you drive it, the more you realise that 1.8 really is lacking in power, particularly in the mid-range. But that is definitely not the idea. You don't need huge reserves of oomph. Just get enough speed up and enjoy bowling along. Rear-wheel drive, of course, is the only way to go if you're going to be a proper two-seater roadster, and the MX-5 does just that. It's quite happy to shake its tail free, though, if you're a little too eager with the right pedal in the corners. MX-5s have always been quite a nice place to be. The cabin has a well-finished, understated feel to it, which is very pleasant. You don't feel there's anything gizmo or gimmicky about it. It all feels pretty purposeful and quite grown up for a small car. For a car that harks back to the likes of creaky old MGs and Spitfires, the MX-5 Icon is pretty luxurious and sophisticated. But is that what it's really all about? Nearly £20,000 for a little two-seater roadster seems like a heck of a lot of money. Admittedly, the MX-5 has in its 10 years achieved a cult-like status, and perhaps for those who've owned a whole string of them, this is the ultimate. But for anybody looking to buy their first small two-seater roadster, I'd say maybe you should think about going a little further back to basics.